Hey, what's up everyone? I'm back at it again, but this time it's about a Starfield glitch that's absolutely insane because you're going to be able to duplicate your own self and loot your own body. This means you can duplicate pretty much any item as long as you are holding on to it within your inventory. What do you need? Well, we are going to need a weapon of some sort, something with high damage. We'll need parallel self. Then from there, we also need something that can be used here with the scanner, which is going to be manipulation. You see that I have 3 selections here on the right side. You should see a 4th one if you do have the manipulation perk. Where can this be found? If you go towards the right side here on the top, you can purchase some up to 10 skills, specifically towards social, and this will unlock manipulation. Then, once you do have manipulation unlocked, you could then scan your own self, go down towards manipulation, and then try to manipulate your own duplicated self, aka your parallel self. If you happen to fail, what's great is you can actually do this within your ship. Now you're thinking, okay, I am in my own ship, but this is the Starborn. It's probably the worst way to do it, so what you want to do is head over towards the frontier, somewhere where you have a place to rest. The reason for this is because when you do rest, you're able to use your parallel self multiple times. That is for each time that you do rest. So if I use it one moment, then I'll have to go rest, then use it another moment, and then I can actually, rest again, and I can use it multiple times, right? This is pretty much the gist of it. The reason why we are going to be using our ship is mainly for that reason. Because sometimes you may not be able to manipulate yourself instantly. And if you're not able to manipulate yourself, then you're going to experience some issues there, and that's just no bueno. I do want to say that if you do it correctly, this will allow you to duplicate your loot. And all credit to the Reddit user that did discover this. Unfortunately, he did delete the footage and everything, but all credit to him for this discovery. You can tell that he uses the manipulation, and then right as the character does come close to you, yourself, you will want to shoot yourself. Then from there, load up the same exact save. So make a quick save, load it back up, and then once you're back in, you're going to see that your same exact body is going to be in front of you, your parallel self. All you have to do is then shoot your parallel self, and you're going to be able to see all the loot that is going to be dropping here. And there you go. It's pretty easy, but there's some things that you should know, and that is if you do experience some difficult times in terms of duplicating your loot, what you can do is just rest, like I mentioned before. This way you can manipulate multiple times and you're not going to experience any sort of issue. Again, all credit to this Reddit user, and because, man, this is something that's pretty incredible. This is something that I did not think, well, I shouldn't say did not think was possible, because actually, let's be honest, it's a Bethesda game. Wacky things happen all the time. And this happens to be one of those wacky moments. But yeah, regardless, if you do experience some issues, just try sleeping and then sending down your parallel self multiple times. This, of course, is probably going to be patched probably tomorrow or maybe possibly next week. And the only reason why I say tomorrow is because recently I've been seeing a common theme here between updates. They've recently have released some updates between Wednesday, Thursday, and I think there was one Friday that they actually did. Maybe I'm mixing up the dates there. But regardless, I do believe that they're going to patch this eventually, so take advantage of this while you still can. And speaking of those updates, by the way, what I would recommend as well is when you get home or wherever you may be, if you're watching this right now, go towards your settings and make sure that your updates are not instant for Starfield, because if you do this, you will be able to avoid certain updates that may push through, and this way you can actually benefit from some of the older glitches. I highly recommend that. And also, for those that were wondering about the previous glitch, the infinite fiber, yeah, I did not use any sort of water source. I know. Well, I did, but I did not connect it, right? Nothing was connected, but what you want to do is actually connect everything, including that water source. This way, when you do have your water bin and you have your water source connected to it, it's going to send it straight to the water bin, and it's just going to be perfect that way, instead of like, you know, how you saw when I went to the water vapor and then went back towards the domestication here. Yeah, I totally messed that up, so do not do that. Just grab both of your bins and place it right next to the domestication. This way, when you do try to, you know, do the whole infinite glitch, you can actually just stay in one area, not have to just go over towards the water vapor and then grab some of that water and then push it into your water bin. But yeah, I think that this glitch is pretty cool too. If you guys did not know how it works, pretty much you just use a domestication, and what you want to do is fill up one of your liquid bins with some liquid, of course. Then for the other bin, what you're going to do is fill it up with fiber root. For whatever reason, this is completely bugged, so when you do place that within the machine, it's going to allow you to pretty much not waste a single fiber, and you can use this as much as you like. Yeah, this one, I don't think they're going to patch this. I know that a lot of you are very sketched out about these patches and glitches and content creators making videos in general, and I understand that completely because I do post a lot of glitches almost 24/7. Sometimes I post occasional guides, but other than that, this is pretty much it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, please ask down below. I know that there's been various questions. I cannot answer all of them, and I know I'm sorry. I try my best, but in the end, if I cannot answer your questions right away, I will try to answer it at least, you know, the next day or so. I've been going through the comments, and I see so many be like, hey man, are you going to respond back? And yes, I will be responding back to those. Or what you can do if you want to contact me, head over towards the Discord, because that's going to be the best place to contact me. And so before I go, let's kind of talk about a quick recap here. What you're going to be using is manipulation, a powerful gun, and parallel self. You want to send down your parallel self, use manipulation, and then shoot your parallel self once it's close enough. Then quickly make a save and load it back up before the death animation kicks in. What should happen is that the enemy will then, or yourself I should say, is going to be duplicated and take yourself out, and all the loot will drop. There you go. And as for the infinite fiber, make sure that you have the fiber root as well to just duplicate as much as you want there. But anyways, hope you guys have a great day out there, and I'll see you all on the next one.